Welcome back for part 3 of today's lesson. I will be reading the story My Friend Earth by Patricia McLaughlin and illustrated by Francesca Sana. My friend Earth wakes from a winter nap. She hears the busy spring sounds, the farmer's hoe tap-tapping in the garden, the caws of the crows. She sees the little, the silent seed, the spider spinning silver, the robin and the wrens. And the long-winged albatross crossing the sea, the mole tunneling in the underdark. She guides the chimpanzee to her night nest. And the zebra baby to find her mother in the hundreds of black and white striped mothers. She tends the prairie, where sun-dappled wild horses run through grasses that swish against their legs. The tundra where the reindeer graze for moss, and the glistening ice where the young polar bear pads on mittened feet. She guards all the creatures in all the oceans, the black manta rays sleek like shadows, the shining parrotfish, the tiny krill who swim with millions of other krill to look big, and the whales who are big. My friend Earth pours the summer rain to fill streams flowing down mountains, through the fields, to the rivers, to the sea. Sometimes she pours too much rain, flooding towns and meadows and roads until she dries the land. Sometimes she blows fierce autumn winds, sweeping the limbs of trees and shingles from the roofs of barns. Until she stills the wind, so red and orange and yellow leaves float to the ground. When cold comes again, my friend Earth sprinkles the snow, whisper silent, covering the dens where the baby black bears are born in soft darkness, drifting over the icy pond where the turtle sleeps in mud, settling into the empty nests of birds. Under the white, silent seed. Under the white, the silent seed is cradled in the dark soil, watching. Waiting. To fly up again in the warm, bright sun of spring. The end. My friend Earth. I love this story for a number of reasons. I think the art is absolutely beautiful, and I love that it features a woman of color as a representation for the Earth. I think what some of the questions we can raise about this book are, or that this book inspires, are what is nature? What is unnatural? What are humans' responsibilities to nature and to the earth, to other creatures on the planet? Including, she pays attention, the earth pays attention to all of its creatures, including the small ones that spin things. What can humans do for even these little guys? Is nature a force, a spirit, or is it just physical things moving around? I like how nature shows care for all creatures equally and does that in different ways. So we have a playful, a very caring earth, cares for all the little babies and mothers, but also she's very playful. She sometimes will rain a lot, and she's just relaxing with the rain and enjoying the rain when it comes down. We have been getting a lot of rain in California, Northern California, and sometimes people complain about that, like, oh, it's cold, or it's not good weather. But nature just enjoys whatever is happening, or the earth enjoys whatever is happening, because all of these different patterns and weathers are needed for our ecosystems to thrive and for other creatures to thrive, not just humans. Though we do need water, but sometimes we get too much. And what's interesting is the earth is indifferent or kind of playful about the amount of water that there is. It's happy with lots of water and happy to dry out the water from the land. So how can we take on that sort of attitude? And when the winds come, we get fires too in California and other parts of the world. And the earth is just being playful or blowing gusts of wind. Maybe that has a critical role and the way the earth works too. But we get very scared and protective about ourselves, and fires can be scary. But what if we took on an attitude that that's just part of life? She hangs out with all these buddies even when they're sleeping until spring comes again, and we get the whole cycle. So what sort of questions can you ask about nature, our responsibilities to nature, and what the nature of nature is, or the nature of the earth and our planet? All right, until part 3.